man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. Oh, good move. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ready? Flag! What is that?
2nd down, Winston. Dancing to his left. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Ready. Blue ready. Weapon about that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's second down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Ready. Black 22.
On second down, it's Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Working out of the gun, Winston. It's caught, Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. Blue ready.
A first down throw for Winston. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Value three.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
180. Let's go, 12. Let's go.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off-play action. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. That goes for a gain of 31. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
On 1st down, Goff. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Ready, blue lady.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Ready. Blue ready. Ready to go.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ready.
Third and short yardage. Winston. He finds Humphries. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Winston and Humphries connecting there for a Tampa Bay first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tight right. Ready. Blue ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready. Flag 22.
From the gun, Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Black 20.
On first down, it's Gurley. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
14.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
We got 4. Ready.
Following the interception, Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Blue ready.
The give is to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
3 down. Ready. Blue ready. 58's the mic.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
3 down. What? 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
5.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
White 25. Hey, base, hey. 5-0.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. To throw on second down is gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
Goff on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Super 66.
Gurley again here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go. Super 66.
On the counter, Gurley shedding through the defense. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Ready? Back 25 behind.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Let's go now. Ready, blue lady.
Now Jameis on second down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Ready, blue lady.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now Goff on first down. Steps away to his left. It's caught left side by Cooks. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up first and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check me out. 5.
On 1st down, it's gone. On the Buccaneer pressure, too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to...
Hey, lift!
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Starting left here. Super 66. Let's go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Ready. Black 22.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Now he's forced out left. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Again, they run with Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 57 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Pretty move. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Check 27. Eyes on 27. Ready. Blue ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 76 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
11.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Goff. Buying time to his left. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On second down, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And now it's third down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
DC. Right 20.
Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ready? Blue 80. Hey, we got 4. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready? White 25.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ready? Black 22.
Winston. They set up the screen to Hill. There goes Jeremy Hill. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Single. Ready? Blue 80.
Jameis to throw it. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Rams getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Louis.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Ready? Black 22.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So that one will be accepted.
Starting left here.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flush to his right. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, lift!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys are... And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, guys, ready? Black 22. Let's go.
Winston now. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays.